I wanted to react to the Uzi vlog with DJ Academics. I already watched some of it trying to find clips for Instagram, but I didn't really watch too much, so I just wanted to see what he said. It's 30 minutes, so if y'all want to tag along, I'll be here.
And I was going up on the elevator.
But I always thought that, like, yo, based on how you live your life, you don't do interviews.
I don't.
Hold on. But I'm gonna tell you why I think you don't. Because I don't think you would want to answer shit.
It's pointless to. It's pointless to answer, bro.
So he's talking about not doing interviews. And I agree. Like, when you don't do interviews as Uzi and Carti or any of these artists, like, the mystery is more interesting than knowing the answers for the fans. Like, you see all these Redditors and shit, like, creating all sorts of stories or connecting all of the facts of their past. That's why when my channel blew up with a whole lot of red theories and the eternal take theories, if he answered the question right away, you know, there would be no need for all those speculation videos.
I've been selling records, right? And it's not about that either. But I'm just talking about I've been selling records without anyone knowing anything about me.
I know. By the way, and also, just to let you know, and make you like, I don't know. This really was just a vlog of me. So this is not an interview really. And by the way, it's not. Because in reality, one day I would want to sit down with you.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
On some real shit. You know what I mean? But I want you to be comfortable.
I'm fine. I knew you my whole career, technically.
Of course.
Technicality, like I knew you my whole career.
No, of course. You know what I mean? They went up.
I know him from goddamn the war on Chirac. That's where I know you from. Like,
the Uzi was tapped in. Like, I don't even think I was tapped in back then. When was that? Like 2000. Does anybody know when that was? Like, year-wise? I always say I should have started YouTube way earlier. I feel like I'd be rolling in M's at this point if I had been doing it for that long. 2013 to 2015, yeah. I wasn't really tapped into Chicago. I never really was really tapped into Chicago music, still not. So maybe that's why, but I was in the SoundCloud scene at that point.
I don't do that. Yo,
I swear to God.
You probably did, but I was.
It's your boy DJ.
Oh, that's so
like, what else?
Yo, Uzi, but I was covering you doing dumb shit before media was. So I remember.
Like, you understand, bro. I know. You really made it easier for me to understand a different city. I'm from Philly at the end.
No, you're right. You're right.
You made that shit super easy for the world to understand. It actually was like as much hate as much. Listen, this is some real shit. As much hate as you got for that, you probably got 50% more on top of the 100 love on that, because you gotta understand, you literally broke down some shit that you had to figure out on your own.
No, you're right.
In a language that we all can understand, no matter if you was black, white, anything.
You're right.
I'm not gonna lie, you really made it like that was you was ahead of your time with that. That was crazy.
Hey, Ak is a GOAT. I will give him that. I don't know why everybody be disrespecting him. Like, he made a whole fucking industry that all the hip hop commentators run in now, including myself.
Last thing I just want to say.
That was the young nigga news.
Yo, last thing I want to say. One time, I promise you, me and Uzi, I don't even know why it was. We got into it back and forth.
When?
I was so hurt.
In the DMs?
No, we were going. It was like in the public. I was hurt.
What happened? Tell me, remind me. I remember. I don't lie about shit.
It probably was.
I needed Carti to pop up in the music scene. First of all, that's false. Your boy ran up his first 100K through eternal take. Not a whole lot of red. Suck my dick. Get your facts right when you're trying to diss me.
Somewhat like.
Yo, when was I beefing with academics?
No, it was somewhat cheesy. Like Lake was definitely involved, but I don't know what I might have.
You remember that, Rock? When I was beefing with academics?
Nah, it wasn't like beef, but it's like
what I had said to you. Oh, I think I do remember. Ooh, I do remember.
You do?
I kind of do. I think I had wrote on your post on your page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. that shit hurt me. That shit hurt my heart because I'm like, yo, damn, how am I gonna deal with a nigga who like I genuinely love and I love his music so much, but also I gotta do like my job and my thing.
I'm sorry about that. I was a little
No. You don't gotta apologize because hey, let me tell you why you.
All right, you know what we're gonna do? I'm not watching this whole thing right now. We're gonna go to some of the most important clips. Okay, I think we posted it on the Instagram. Let's see. I think it was about the comparisons to Carti, where obviously we always talk about Uzi versus Carti. Who's bigger? I think Uzi actually gives in the interview with Ak Carti's respect, that he's like a sneaky demon or something, in that he may not have had the hits early on, but he knew how to move to cultivate this audience where now he owns his own lane. Whereas like if anyone else does it, everybody says, oh, you're biting. So I thought that was a pretty good point by Uzi, but let's see.
Vert, my nigga, they expect you to be, nigga, if Juice WRLD's past, it's you. That's it. Nigga, it's you.
I don't think it's just Uzi anymore, man. I do think it's Uzi and Carti, and I think this is Carti's generation, respectfully.
There is no comparison. Carti got his lane, but it's just you.
Carti do his thing.
Yeah, it's Carti, then it's you. So they all look at you the same.
I think Carti kind of like, Carti made that lane like Carti made that lane. Yo, Carti's so good at that shit, nobody else can do it. I'm being real, you get what I'm saying? Like he closed it off, like that's that road, that's his personal road to his personal mansion. Like nobody can go down that road, because if they try, it's just like, I ain't gonna lie, it's amazing how he did that.
But
yeah, I don't know if anybody's tried necessarily to do like the vamp rap, but they definitely did Rage. But again, Carti wasn't necessarily the only person that started Rage, and I think a lot of people were doing it well, like Trippy and Sofago did it. Obviously, he was the first like big Rage song, at least within this generation, because technically Pierre Bourne was making Rage beats before we even realized. So and Uzi was working on it, Trippy was working on it from way back, but this is like the newest iteration of it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone would really want to make vamp music, because then it would be blatant copying, because it's so specific.
In reality, here's the thing though, say it. Everybody knows it's you and Carti. That's a fact.
Right.
Nigga, I've talked to your peers. I won't name names because I fuck with names. Yeah. Your own peers, niggas who is little Uzi Vert, my nigga. They expect, when I mean peers, we're not talking about just niggas like they know Carti, you.
Yeah.
It's really y'all. And
he means more than not just the music. True. Like if you dress like all black, if you even wear Rick Owens, you're a Carti biter. So yeah, that's true. That's why I think Carti owns this shit. Uzi might be doing bigger numbers mainstream wise just because he's a bigger name, and he, I don't know, just like he's more palatable to the casual listener with his melodic music. But Carti, like for the people who like are more the generation that is more influenceable, if you will, like they are following Carti to a T, whereas Uzi was kind of last generation. Carti wasn't that influential in the first SoundCloud era. He had some banger songs, and like, yeah, every producer who started making beats, it was because of Die Lit and self-titled Pierre Carti duo. But now it's his time where he is really like he is the peak, he is the GOAT, whereas Uzi was the GOAT of the SoundCloud the first one.
In the sense of, okay, Carti do his thing.
But we learned so much from each other, and
yet again, I understand that Uzi may have been wearing Rick's first. It doesn't matter who does anything first. It's who popularized it, who like cemented it as their own. And just Carti is good at making shit his for some reason. I don't know how, because he does it so, I guess, unique, like all black and the vampire swag with the Rick Owen. I don't even know. Maybe it was the Trying to Get Down snippet. Was he wearing Rick's in that? Like it just, yeah, it's become hype beast now, unless you're a Carti, to to wear Ricks.
It's not even putting us against each other. It's like everybody's looking at both of y'all, and it gotta be. Listen, you know,
could never put. Look, I'm gonna tell you something too before you finish.
Go ahead.
No one could never put a person like that's like you putting a person from my block, like a guy from 1600 against me, or like not even against me. That's like you putting a person like trying to compare a person from me and my block. Like we have similarities because we grew up together, and we might wear the same clothes. We might talk the same. We might say the same things. We might say the same things in songs. We might use the same ad-libs. But we are two different people at the end of the day. And that's why me and him was always like, bro, to this day, like, you don't understand. Like,
when I mean peers, we're not talking about just niggas.
I don't get it. Isn't that obvious? They're two different people, but they're very similar? Is that what Uzi's saying?
Don't you see, like, when all these guys be like, especially rappers, because being a rapper is a competitive sport.
Really?
And it's not even a sport. We're the bare minimum of athletic. Every rapper, even if they think they're good, they're still the bare minimum of a man's athleticy. Imagine being around like just as much as Carti was around me, I was around him. And what I mean is this shit is a 50-50 thing, which makes 100%. It's a reason why people to this day, right, talk about me and my brother. It's the reason why, like, we've been around longer. Like, come on, bro, don't get me wrong.
I don't get what he's trying to say.
Don't you see, like, when all these guys be like, especially rappers, because being a rapper.
What was he trying to say? They were 50-50 in it. Carti and Uzi. Is he trying to say that nobody influenced the other person to do anything because they were both always together at the same time, as in like they contributed equally? Is that what he's trying to say? Because none of that made sense to me whatsoever. He trying to say they have equal influence even though Carti is up right now. I think they just had different time. Because again, I don't know if everybody was trying to dress like Uzi. Like nobody was trying to. I mean, of course, there are rappers, underground rappers, trying to be like Uzi, and like he probably influenced a generation of SoundCloud rappers like Juice WRLD or you know, like the emo rappers. However, I feel like the rappers who are trying to be like Carti, it's to a whole nother level of dick riding than Uzi. So influence wise, I think Uzi's was higher with mass appeal for people to listen to, like as in fans, because Uzi was bigger than life. Whereas now Carti influences all of like internet culture as opposed to people listening to his music all the time, if that makes any sense. So Uzi was more musically influenced, or he more influenced music. Carti more influenced culture with like the swag, the aesthetic, the opium look, the fashion. I'm not glazing at all. I think there's a huge difference between their influences, and Carti's influence was way later. They made impact on different audiences at different times, but it added up, it's equal. I don't know if that's what he was trying to say, bro. That doesn't make sense. And I still don't think Carti is bigger than Uzi. So if you're saying he's doing it bigger than Uzi, Uzi's still outselling him. Oh, he's saying they influence and learn from each other so they can't compete with each other. I don't know, bro. I get that they support each other and they want each other to succeed. Cause I'm like that with my boys. But at the same time, I'm competitive with everybody. I'm competitive with my dad. I'm trying to like make more money than he did in his lifetime. I'm trying to beat out my boys like, oh, you made that much last year? Okay, jot it down. Write that down. Cause I gotta make sure I beat that. Like, it doesn't matter how much of like, of course, I'm not gonna hate on you or like sabotage someone else in the game, but I'm definitely competing. So I don't see that. I feel like you should always be competing. Pocket watching. I'm the biggest pocket watcher. Are you kidding me? I'm making So like my boys will try and lie to me like, oh yeah, I just made this much in the stock market. I'll remember that number, and then like they made it in a day. So I'll calculate, okay, if the market is up this much today, percentage wise, this means they probably have this much in their account. Then they'll show me like their Robinhood another day, and it'll have like way less. And I'll be like, this is way less than what you told me the number was. Like, I remember, I keep notes with all this shit.